Hey, Natalie. I've been waiting for quite a while now. Could you please unlock the door and let me in?
No.
I see, and why not?
I don't owe you any explanations. I think you don't quite understand what the situation is. This is not your house. Do you really not get that?
Yes, Natalie, I know that this is not my house, but I talked to your mom and dad about this for quite some time, and they both gave me permission to live here.
Oh yeah, so what? I didn't give you permission. This isn't just their house, it's my house too. What gives you the right to barge your way into my house and start living here without asking me?
I mean, simply put, because it's not your call.
There you go again, with that stuck-up, pompous attitude of yours. I don't care if you're pregnant or whatever. Having to look at your face every day makes me sick. Think about it from my perspective. I have to deal with a complete stranger living in my house every single day. We just moved into this awesome new house a little while ago, and I already have to share it with some weirdo woman?
I understand that you're not happy with me living here, but if it bothers you that much, why don't you just leave, Natalie? You're 27 years old, and yet I don't think you've had a single job in all the time I've known you. Whenever you need spending money, you always just beg your parents for more.
Shut up! You don't get to criticize me in my own house. And what gives you the right to tell me I'm taking advantage of my parents? You're doing the exact same thing.
No, I'm not.
If you want someone to wait on you hand and foot while you're pregnant, go and have your own parents do that.
Natalie, you know about my parents.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're both dead. They got sick and died when you were just a kid. My bad, I must have forgot. But just because your parents kicked the bucket doesn't mean my parents are responsible for you now.
Why are you doing this?
You know, I can't help but notice how many people seem to die just by being around you. I bet it's your fault that my brother died in that car crash.
What?
You heard me. You're a curse, Sarah. All you've ever done your whole life is bring sorrow and misery to everyone in your life. What's the matter? Weren't you satisfied by killing your parents and my brother? Are you going to try to get me and my parents killed too?
You are saying absolutely terrible things to me right now, and you need to stop.
Uh-oh, I made the cursed lady angry. Are you going to send your curse onto me now? I better go and buy a lucky rabbit's foot and some holy water. So, how are you going to do me in, Sarah? You killed your parents with an illness, and my brother with an accident. Are you going to get me with a tornado or something?
You know what? Fine. Be that way. I'm moving out. I can't stand living with someone as mean-spirited as you any longer. All the stress you're causing me can't be good for my baby.
Like I care. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't actually my brother's kid inside you right now.
Oh my God, Natalie. Is there no low that you won't stoop to?
Uh-oh, did I strike a nerve? Sounds to me like you're feeling guilty about something. Anything you want to confess, Sarah?
I'm done talking with you. Just let me come in and grab my coat and wallet, and I'll be out of your way.
And why should I?
You know why. When you threw me out of the house, all I had was my phone. It's getting colder outside, and I'm not dressed for the weather.
Oh yeah, sounds like your problem, not mine. I don't want you to set foot in this house ever again.
All right, whatever. Just bring them to me then.
No!
Come on, why won't you just bring them to me?
Because they're not yours anymore. They're mine now.
What are you talking about?
I've been thinking about this for a while, but this coat is absolutely adorable. This is a really good brand, and it looks way better on me than it does on you. If this coat could talk, it would be begging me not to let you have it.
Do you realize what you're saying? You're admitting to stealing my things.
Shut up, you filthy, rotten trespasser.
What? Trespasser?
Yeah, this is my house, so everything inside of it is mine. That includes this coat, and this wallet, and all the money inside it. Oh, but don't worry, I'll save you the trouble of packing up all the rest of your stuff.
What are you gonna do with it?
Garbage day is tomorrow. I'll just toss it all down the side of the road for you. You don't need to thank me, it's my pleasure.
You're something else, you know that?
Congratulations, Sarah. As of today, you are officially homeless. Woohoo! I think the homeless life will suit a miserable parasite like yourself just perfectly, actually. Now, Get off my property and never show your face around here again.
Fine, suit yourself. Oh, and Natalie, one last thing. Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck with what? You're the one that's gonna need luck, not me.
Hello, Greg. Do you have a minute?
Of course. What can I do for you, dear?
It's kind of a long story. I'm gonna send you a few screenshots. Would you mind taking a look at them for me?
Screenshots? Sure, that shouldn't be a problem. Send them right over. Merciful heavens, I can't believe this! My Natalie actually said all these terrible things to you?
She did, yeah. I'm pretty sure she's been planning this for some time. She just waited until you and your wife were out of the house to pull the trigger. I felt bad about going to you with this, like I was a little kid tattling to the teacher. But after the thing she said to me, I just couldn't remain silent.
Sarah, you did the right thing. Thank you so much for telling me about this. How are you doing, dear? Are you all right? If you need money or anything else, let me know and I'll bring it right over.
Thanks for that, Greg, but I'm all right. I had a bank app on my phone that let me withdraw some cash. I'm taking it easy in a hotel room right now.
I see. Well, in any case, I'm glad to hear you're doing fine. My goodness, a pregnant woman like yourself being thrown out into the cold? We're all incredibly fortunate something even worse didn't happen to you. I'm so terribly sorry for what Natalie did to you.
Please, Greg, don't apologize. You didn't do anything wrong. I mean, in all seriousness, I do sort of understand where Natalie was coming from. Granted, she went about expressing it in the absolute worst way possible. But to her, I sort of am nothing but a complete stranger.
Don't say such ridiculous things, Sarah.
What do you mean?
You're not a complete stranger to any of us. You're our dear family. You know that both my wife and I consider you to be every bit our real daughter.
It means so much to hear you say that. You two have taken such good care of me over the years.
Don't worry about Natalie. I'm gonna take care of her. I've put up with all sorts of nonsense from her over the years, but this time she has gone too far.
Dad! Something's wrong with the door. Do something.
What's wrong with it exactly?
It won't open.
Oh, is that all? I'm glad to hear the door is functioning properly.
What? How is it functioning properly if my key doesn't work?
Because I had the locks changed on the house while you were out.
You what? Why would you do that?
Because that was the first and most important step in kicking you out of the house.
No way. You're kicking me out of the house? I don't understand. Why are you going to kick me out of the house, Dad?
I think you know why. Do I need to remind you about the way you treated Sarah a few days ago?
No way. You're kidding me. That witch actually went and tattled on me already? I don't believe this. I knew she was trash, but I had no idea she was this trashy.
You are in no position whatsoever to be calling anyone else trashy, least of all Sarah.
Hold on. What are you talking about? I haven't done anything trashy. I haven't done anything wrong at all. I'm innocent. It's all Sarah's fault. She's the one who's in the wrong, not me. I don't know what that woman has been telling you, but you can ignore all of it. All she's doing is telling you a bunch of lies to try and take me down.
I would say that this was an example of the pot calling the kettle black, but in this case it's actually more like the pot calling the snow black. I know that you're lying, Natalie. Sarah already sent me all of the texts that you sent her. I read through all of them, and I must say I am utterly appalled at your behavior.
What? She showed you my private text to her? It's an invasion of privacy. I can't imagine doing something so spiteful and cruel to another person.
You know what they say about taking the speck of dust out of another's eye while you have a log in your own? I'm running out of metaphors, Natalie. You need to come to your senses right now.
You don't understand, though. This is all a misunderstanding.
Then tell me what I'm not understanding correctly. What have I missed?
Well, it's a fake. Yeah, the texts she sent you were all fakes. She used AI or something to make them. See? I told you it's all a lie.
If you're going to make up a cover story, could you at least tell one that doesn't contradict what you just told me? You said that she tattled on you. That means she's telling the truth by your own admission.
Come on, Dad. What's going on with you? Why would you believe that awful woman over me? She's not our family. I'm your real daughter.
That utterly atrocious statement right there is your answer.
What? Huh? What do you mean?
Sarah is and forever will be a part of this family. And the things you've said and done to Sarah while she's been with us, and especially over the last few days, have been completely unacceptable. You have entirely lost my trust.
What? You're out of your mind. That woman isn't part of a family. She's nothing to us at all. She was only ever connected to us because she was married to Jack, and he's dead now. Sure, she says she's pregnant with Jack's kid, but how do we know she's telling the truth? I mean, are you even sure she's really pregnant? And if you ask me, I don't believe that it's Jack's kid in the first place. So how could you say that a lying, cheating woman like her is part of our family?
Where did I go wrong with you? How on earth did you grow up to be this way? You're not just insulting Sarah right now, Natalie. You're also besmirching Jack's memory. He's the one who chose her to be his wife.
That woman has been parading herself around my house like she owns the place. That's the bigger insult to Jack's memory. She's spreading her filth all through our family's house. When are you going to wake up and realize how horrible she is, Dad?
Well, it's all very clear to me now. I understand everything.
Finally. Seriously, Dad, you should have just believed me right away. Now hurry up and unlock the door, okay?
That isn't what I meant. I'm saying that I understand how you became so awful now. I obviously spoiled you. I gave you everything you ever wanted, no matter how unreasonable. I should have kicked you out of my house a long, long time ago.
Would you stop joking around, Dad? Hurry up and open the door. Let me in. It's freaking freezing out here.
You have a coat on, don't you? You should be glad for that. When you threw Sarah out of the house, she didn't have anything on but a long-sleeved t-shirt.
I already told you. That was her fault. She was the one who was out of line.
I'm done with this conversation. There's nothing more that I can say to you that hasn't been said already. Nothing will ever be enough to make you see that you're in the wrong. As of this day, I am disowning you as my daughter. Get off my property and never show your face around here again.
Dad, no! You can't do this! Please! Hey, you! This is your fault! Do something about it!
Do what? And about what?
Don't give me that. You know what's going on. I just got kicked out of my own house thanks to you. Why is this happening to me? You're the one that should be kicked out. It's all your fault, everything. It's all your fault, so you gotta fix this.
I don't know, Natalie. I don't really see why I should do anything for you.
Well, for starters, it's freezing outside. I want to go back inside.
If you're cold, then might I suggest that you give up waiting outside your house? Try going to one of the stores nearby and warming up for a while. After that, well, there's really only one thing you can do.
What? What is it? What can I do?
You can heed your father's parting demand and never show your face around him again.
Wait a second, how do you know what my dad said to me?
Because he just came and showed me your entire conversation. Unlike you, I'm actually inside the house right now.
What? You're in my house. But you can't be in my house. I kicked you out.
And your dad unkicked me, and now he's kicking you out instead. We were just having a bit of tea together in the kitchen. We've been talking about how much you annoyed us all afternoon. It seems like your terrible personality isn't a recent development either. Your dad says you've been this way ever since you were a kid.
This can't be happening. I don't understand. This is my house. Why am I getting kicked out but you're not?
Well, before I answer that question, I think there's a bigger issue we need to address first.
What could possibly be bigger than me getting kicked out of my own house?
See, that's just the thing. It's not your house.
Okay, fine. My family's house. Same thing.
You're right in a way, and wrong in a very big way. It's not your family's house per se. It's not even your parents' house. It's mine.
What? What are you talking about? It's not your house. There's no way. I mean, my mom and dad moved in there and everything.
I guess I should be more precise. That is the house Jack and I were going to live in together. We designed it together from the ground up. But well, Jack is gone now. It's far too big for just one woman to live there by herself, so I invited your parents to live with me and they accepted. Jack and I were always planning to have them move in with us once they got too old to live on their own anyway. So a lot of the house is designed with having elderly residents in mind. Oh, and one more thing. Just so we're clear, the invitation Jack and I extended to your parents did not include you. The only people who were going to live there were Jack, me, your parents, and our children. So there never was a place for you in that house.
What the?
Seriously, you've got some nerve, Natalie. Barging into someone else's house and acting like you own the place? I don't recall giving you my permission to live there.
Hold on, just 1 second. This is all news to me. I've never heard a thing about any of this.
Every single time we had a family conference, you just said, "This is boring, I'm going to my room." If you had simply stayed in the living room and listened to us talking, you would have known everything.
But I had no idea that it was going to concern me. You should have told me it was important and convinced me to stay.
Well, that's just the thing. It didn't really concern you. You weren't going to be living in the house with us after all.
No way.
And by the way, you called me a miserable parasite, didn't you? It's odd that you would say that about me, considering the fact that I actually have a job. I'm on maternity leave right now, but I'm the one who's paying the mortgage on the house.
Wait, you were really doing that for us?
Oh my goodness. What was that? You recognize that I was doing something kind for you? That's quite the change in attitude from you.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, don't worry. I was just making fun of you. I neither expect nor want any words of appreciation from you. I mean, I never even really thought of you as my sister in the first place.
Hey, why would you say that to me?
What do you mean, why? I said it because that's how I honestly feel. You've been kind of a total B word to me since the day we met. Not to mention the way you've treated me since you moved in with me without my permission.
But that's just because I didn't know the house was really yours. I'm not that much of an idiot. If I knew it was yours and you were letting us live there, I never would have tried to kick you out. You had a responsibility to tell me the truth about the house, so it's your fault that I was out of the loop. So let me back inside the house.
After everything that's happened, you're still trying to pass the buck. You really are a lost case, Natalie.
Come on, Sarah, please. Open up the door and let me in. It's really, really cold outside.
No.
Why not? Are you really gonna kick me out? Like, for real? I don't believe this.
You were really trying to kick me out, for real, remember?
Well, yeah, but what am I supposed to do from now on? Where am I gonna live? How am I gonna get by?
I don't know. Sounds like your problem, not mine.
You really are heartless, you know that? I'm out here freezing to death and you're just like, not my problem?
Scroll up a ways in our text history, Natalie. Let me know when you see it.
Ugh.
Found it, didn't you? Yep, those are the exact same words you said to me. Oh, and one more thing. There was one other thing you said to me that really hurt. Like, I will never, ever forget it for as long as I live. And now I finally have the chance to throw it right back at you.
What is it? Just say it and get it over with.
I think the homeless life will suit a miserable parasite like yourself just perfectly, actually. Really, Natalie? Could you give it a rest?
Give what a rest?
Don't give me that. You took our garbage from the dumpster and threw it all over the yard again.
What makes you think it was me? Got any evidence?
There's no one else in the world who would do it but you. There's also the matter of the graffiti you painted on our wall the other day.
There you go again, making another baseless allegation against me.
Right. I have to hand it to you, Natalie. You're really, really committed to the bit. Or perhaps I should say, you should be committed. You're too big of a danger to both society and yourself to have you running free like this.
Ha! I'm the insane one. I'm the only person in this family who's still seeing clearly. And don't think I've forgiven you for what you did. You took everything away from me. I swear, as God is my witness, I will get my revenge on you. And my idiot parents too. You're all going down.
Sure we are. You know, if you were going to have a change of heart, repent of your ill deeds, and ask for my forgiveness, I wouldn't be entirely opposed to helping you out.
What do I have to repent for? Nothing, that's what. I haven't done anything wrong, so I don't know what you want me to say I'm sorry for. You should be apologizing to me.
I'll take your position into consideration. So, what's it gonna be?
Huh? What's what gonna be?
Your revenge. What did you have in mind?
What? Do you want me to ruin the surprise? No, I think I'd rather leave you on the edge of your seat, wondering what's coming your way. Let me see. You're still pregnant now, aren't you? Maybe I might just happen to be walking behind you on a set of stairs one day. And maybe I might just slip and fall. Get the picture?
Yeah, you're talking about trying to murder me and my baby? That's no laughing matter.
I'm cracking up though.
So that's your threat, is it? And what are your demands? What will it take for you to relent on your request for vengeance?
If you ever think I'm gonna relent, then you've got another thing coming.
You sure about that? I think you'd rather not spend the rest of your life in a jail cell, even if you're homeless and miserable.
Well, yeah, I prefer not to go to jail.
And for good reason. Bad things happen to uppity little girls like you in jail. Wouldn't you rather be living in a big, beautiful, comfortable house like mine? The bath on the first floor has a built-in jacuzzi and everything.
Yeah, that does sound pretty nice, actually. I'll tell you what, Sarah. If you give the house to me, then I'll forgive you for kicking me out.
I see. All right, you win. I'll let you have the house.
Really? Like, really?
Sure. Are you sure that's all you want, though?
What do you mean? That house is pretty nice.
Yeah, but it's just a house. You'll never be able to afford the rent, utilities, taxes, etc.
Yeah, good point. In that case, you'll also have to give me a monthly allowance of $1,000.
$1,000? Is that all you want?
Fine, make it $2,000 then.
Okay, $2,000 it is. I think I can manage to come up with that much.
Are you, like, being for real right now? Like, you're really gonna give me the house and money, right?
If that's what it's gonna take to get you to keep your hands off me and my child, you'll keep that promise, right?
Yeah, sure I will.
In that case, I'll definitely be willing to give you that much.
Oh my god, really? Awesome! Well, I had no idea it would be this easy to get through to you.
I'm just full of surprises, aren't I? Okay, well, I'll have to go and get all the paperwork ready to sign the house over to you. I'll talk to you again in a few days.
I'm looking forward to it. Hey, I got something in the mail and I'm not really sure what to think about it.
Can you be more descriptive than something?
Well, it looks like it's from a bank or something.
Uh-huh. Go on. What does it say?
It says that they want me to pay them a little over $1,000. It's not the first time I got one of these either. I just assumed they were some kind of fraud. You know, like the whole deposed Nigerian prince thing. So I ignored them up until now, but they keep on coming.
A little over $1,000, you say? That's the mortgage, I'll bet.
The mortgage?
Yeah, the monthly payments to the bank for the money used to buy the house. You haven't been paying it?
Why do I have to pay it?
Who else but you would have to pay it? You're the owner of the house now. That means it falls to you to make the payments on the mortgage.
You have got to be kidding me. You mean you haven't been paying it?
Why would I have to pay the mortgage on your house? It doesn't make any sense. Besides, it was clearly written on the contract that you signed when I gave you the house that you would be responsible for paying it. You did read the contract, didn't you?
I had no reason to. I was getting a freaking house for free.
I guess it makes sense. You couldn't even pay attention long enough to read the letters the bank has been sending you.
Stop mocking me and help me. What am I supposed to do with this?
Isn't it obvious? Pay the bill.
What do you mean, like each month? But that's gonna cost me more than half of the allowance you're giving me.
Then get a job.
Not a chance. Don't forget that this was your fault. Why should I have to get a job?
It doesn't really matter whose fault that was. You should get a job anyway.
No one asked you for your advice, so stop lecturing me and take care of this bill for me.
No.
Why not? It's your fault the bank is asking me for money.
Ask any impartial third party whose fault they think it is. They'll say it's yours.
What's up with this attitude all of a sudden? Have you forgotten what's gonna happen to you if you tick me off too much?
Refresh my memory.
You're pretty close to your due date now, aren't you? It would sure be terrible to have an unfortunate accident right about now.
Ah, now I remember. You're threatening me. Haven't I given you enough already? I gave you my house and you're getting money every month.
Yeah, well, it's not enough. My demands have changed. I want you to pay the mortgage for me every month. And since you made me angry, I want an extra $1,000 per month. If you can do that, I'll let you go.
You'll let me go, will you?
Yeah, and you don't have a choice. If you don't want to give in to my demands, fine. But just know that if you turn me down, your kid's the one who's going to pay the price.
I see. Understood.
Again, stop all the kicking and screaming if you're just going to do as I say in the end. Now hurry up and send me the money.
Nah, I don't think I will.
What? But you just said you'd do it.
That's not what I said. I said understood.
But what is that supposed to mean?
It means that I can't take this anymore and I'm gonna call the police.
What? But why would you call the cops?
You know why. What you're doing is a crime.
You're nuts. I haven't committed any crimes. All I'm doing is what I need to do to survive.
Is that your defense? We'll see how well it holds up in court.
I don't want to go to court. I don't want to go to jail.
Well, if blackmail was your only offense, I doubt it would carry all that long of a sentence. Blackmail is a misdemeanor after all.
Yeah, I haven't done anything that bad. Just a little blackmail.
That's not all you did. You didn't just blackmail me. You used threats of violence to take my house and thousands of dollars from me. That's not just blackmail, that's extortion. A much more serious offense.
Is it?
Yeah, and there's basically zero chance you'll avoid a prison sentence.
Was this your plan all along? You were trying to get me to blackmail you?
Who, me? Entrap you into extorting me? Heavens no! I was terrified for my safety.
You did it on purpose. I won't let you get away with this.
Uh-oh. Are you going to threaten me again? All you're going to do at this point is give yourself a longer prison sentence. And besides, it's too late for you. There's nothing you can hold against me anymore.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
Given the weight of your crimes against me, I'll be able to get a restraining order against you for sure. And by the time you get out of prison, your parents and I will have already moved somewhere else. You'll never be able to find us or even contact us again.
No way.
You've caused us a lot of trouble and cost us a lot of money. But I think I can deal with a couple $1,000 I sent you if it means never having to see you again.
Sarah, wait. Are you serious about this? You're really gonna call the cops on me?
Yeah, of course.
You can't do that, though. I haven't done anything to deserve this.
Dear God, are you out of your mind? Yes, you have. I could maybe let it slide if you were focusing your ire on me. But then you went and threatened my baby. You're not gonna get away with that.
Get away with what? I already told you I didn't do anything wrong. This is all your fault.
Feel free to think that way, but I'm done with you now. It's like we're not even speaking the same language. Nothing I say gets through to you. I'll leave your fate up to the criminal justice system.
Wait, don't go. I get it, you win. It was all a lie. Just a joke that went a little too far. I mean, I never thought you would have taken me seriously. You actually thought I was gonna try and push you down the stairs or something? I was just teasing you, that's all. I'll tell you what. I'll even let you, Mom, and Dad come back and live with me. We can live together again, all four of us. Is Isn't that what you want? To go back to the way things were before?
You think I want to live with you after everything you've done to me?
Well, yeah, and why not? What's so bad about living with me anyway?
Everything. And you have a really bad habit of forgetting your own words. You were the one who said you were sick of living together with me.
Yeah, but that was before. Now I'm saying I want to live with you. You should be happy.
I am happy, though. I'm happy that you're going to go to jail for a very long time. And with that, I'm getting tired of talking to you.
Sarah, please.
You have no job, no friends, no life. You never even go with us when we visit your relatives. They all hate you just as much as we do, too. So you have absolutely no means to find us once we move. I suppose you could hire a private detective, if you had any money, that is. Once you get out of prison, your rap sheet is going to be longer than your work history. With your terrible personality and no work ethic, you'll never even get a job cleaning toilets. In other words, congratulations. As of today, you are officially homeless. Woo! Just as promised, I reported Natalie to the police. I kept a detailed archive of her text, which I presented to the police as evidence of her extortion scheme. Not only that, my mother and father-in-law also took my side and provided corroborating testimony. The result was just as I expected. Natalie got sentenced to hard time. I don't know if it was because there wasn't anything else interesting to report on at the time, but the local news even ran a lengthy report on Natalie's crimes against me. It's not like they did a full hour-long special on it or anything, but the segment they did on her went kind of viral on social media. And you know what they say, the internet is forever. So now Natalie doesn't just have a criminal record to worry about. She also has to face the shame of her crimes being known by everyone on the internet. My in-laws and I moved away, as I said, and we started our new life together. I gave birth to a healthy baby boy a short while later, and after talking to my in-laws about it, I decided to name him Jack Jr. I really couldn't ask for a better mother-in-law or father-in-law. They're very helpful with both taking care of Jack Jr. and the housework. When Jack died, I was afraid I'd never be happy again. But now, I don't know if I'll ever feel sad again.
Hey, old hag, there isn't anything to eat right now. Why does someone who is only smart enough to do chores not even have the chores done today? At least do what you were born to do, please. What? Violet, you were coming back home today? I'm sorry, but today I'm at work. I won't be home from work until later tonight, so I made sure to tell your father to make up something for dinner. I don't care about that. Well, recently you haven't been coming home that often, so if you're going to do so, please text me and let me know first. I'm pretty busy with work now, and there are times when I can't come home early. I told Dad that I was going to come home today, but I'm pretty sure that the two of you haven't been communicating all too well recently between one another. So it's not impossible that he never told you, and that's why you didn't know. But as a wife and mom, you should always be managing things like dinner, right? That's why you're being called a failure as a mother and a failure as a wife now. Are you sure you have to say those kinds of things about me? I have been trying my best to be a good mother to you and a great wife to my husband. And even right now, I'm taking care of you, right? Well, there hasn't been a single moment where I've thought that you've been doing a good job caring for me, though. A pile of crap like you could at the very least get all your chores done like you've been asked. If you don't, you're most likely going to be thrown aside by Dad as he finds someone else. Violet, don't you think you could at least be a bit more kind to me and treat me with some respect from time to time? And you should be more careful of the things you say about others. You're in college now, which means something like that should be noticeable to you, correct? Huh? You're going to preach to me like you're someone special now? There is nothing that's going to make me want to listen to your preaching when you can't even do your one and only job of cleaning and cooking. How about you start working on changing your own self around before asking me to? I guess you're getting too old now for anything I have to say to you to mean anything. But to be honest, you've always been this way around me. Always. I think soon here the family should take some time to all sit down together and talk some things out. How does that sound? Sounds like a pain in the ass to me. Well, whatever. Today I'll just go out for dinner. I'm going to make you pay me back for that later, okay? Please and thank you. Violet, are you even listening to me right now? Violet. Do you think you could make some time to sit down with Violet and I so we can all have a little chat? I'm a bit concerned about the way Violet has been talking to me in an even more condescending tone lately. I feel that if we don't talk with her about that and have her change that attitude, she's going to have a rough future ahead.
She has every right to be talking down to you in a tone like that, though. There's nothing special about you because all you are is a pile of trash.
And I think the reason she talks to me like that is because she's gotten that poor attitude from you, Ralph. Could you at least only talk to me like that when we're alone and not around her?
Well, I'm not saying anything wrong, am I? When all of this is your fault, stop trying to make it sound like mine. Such a freaking idiot.
Hold on, are you even listening to me?
Talking with someone like you is only a waste of my time. Even though you're hated by both myself and Violet, you still choose to live in the same house as us, huh? I would never be able to put up with all of this crap every day. You must be pretty strong with that thick skull of yours, you dumbass.
Ralph, would you please cut all of that out and talk to me like I'm your wife? I'm seriously getting to my last nerve here, and I don't want you guys both crawling all over it. If you guys aren't going to join me for a little family meeting, then I'm going to take matters into my own hands.
Duh, what a pain. Just having to go out and see you in person and listen to your voice is a pain for me. If you get what I mean, then how about you start to earn some real money for us? Bye-bye now, and stop sending me all these needless texts all the time. I'm a very busy man that doesn't have the time to be talking with you.
You shouldn't even be saying things like that to your own wife. But I get it now. I finally understand your way of thinking well enough to make my own decision now. Hey, it seems like the lock on the front door is broken or something. I can't let myself inside the house right now. What should I be doing here, Ralph? Are you on your way home from work right now?
I went and changed the lock on the house.
What? What do you mean you went and changed the lock? Why would you do something like that?
I had a nice long chat with Violet the other night, and we came to the conclusion that neither of us really need you around us anymore.
Excuse me? You don't need me around you guys anymore. What are you trying to say to me right now? I have no clue what you think you're going on about right now, but what made you think changing the lock on this house was a good idea without informing me about it?
We had a reason to, and that's to make sure you can no longer come into the house anymore. In other words, we're telling you to get lost by doing it. There's no place for you in that house anymore. Thanks for all the half-assed work you did taking care of us. And the loan on the place has lasted for 20 years now, right? Which means it should be pretty much paid off by now.
So you're really wanting to kick me out of the house and family now, Ralph? And that's why you went and changed the lock on me like this? And you said that Violet was 100% okay with this happening?
Actually, it was her that came up with the idea of having you kicked out.
Is that right? So this was all her plan?
That just goes to show how much the girl has always hated your guts. It's been 20 years now of her and I both hating you, and I'd really like you to start realizing that, please. All the locks on the house have been changed, so don't you dare ever come back to my place.
I see. I'll try my best not to. And as for you both, good luck.
You're the one that's gonna need all the luck you can get now. Your usefulness has been all used up now. In other words, we have nothing else we could possibly need you around us for. So sorry for squeezing you dry. Now get the hell off my property and go someplace else.
Understood. I'm going to get lost as you've asked. But I still have some things to do with the loan on this house, as well as grab all my things from the room so that I don't have to lose them all to you. So do you mind me climbing in through one of the windows? Seems like the one closest to Violet's bedroom wasn't locked, so I'm able to get it open still.
What? Was there even a window over by your bedroom?
After 20 years of living in this house, you don't have any recollection of this window? Well, no matter. I'm going to grab all my things now and take them out here. And like you've seemed to have been wanting, we're going to get a divorce, so don't worry. I'll make sure to have a truck over tomorrow to grab the rest of my things. I'll be working on the divorce papers for us, as well as the loan papers for the house, so that you may take over on paying things off. Can you make sure to fill out all of your parts for me, please?
You're gonna be all annoying about this crap all the way to the very end, huh?
Well, if we don't do all of these things the proper way, then I'm not going to be leaving this house, Ralph. And you wouldn't want to have to get back in touch with one another later on in life, right? I mean, we could always hire lawyers at that point to work things out with one another, so I guess it wouldn't matter. But that would just be a waste of our money, correct?
Huh? Get a lawyer? You'd think I'd want to do something even more annoying than what we're already having to do? I get it already. I'll make sure to fill out all my parts on those documents and sign them. Make sure you have them ready for me and on the counter for when I get home. And if you don't do that for me, then I'm not gonna fill out jack.
You people always have to carry things out with that attitude until the very end, don't you? I promise that I'll have everything set out for you in a way that's easy for you to understand. So please, make sure to fill everything out the proper way for me. Now, I'm going to get to work on leaving this place. I'm sure things are going to be a bit more difficult from now on, but just try your best not to sink.
Hey, what happened to you paying off this loan? I just got a letter in the mail saying that this month's payment still hasn't been done. Why's that?
Excuse me? Why are you asking me why it hasn't been paid yet? That's your own house, and it's your job as the owner to make sure that the loan gets paid off on time, right? Stop trying to make me pay for your property, bud. So go ahead and pay this month's payment before it's too late and you get hit hard.
What? What the hell are you talking about? Does that mean you're not going to be paying for this place anymore? And was there really this much of the loan left to be paid off before you left? Didn't you work on paying it off for the past 20 years?
What's that? That loan is going to be paid off over the next 40 years, Ralph.
What? So this loan was taken out for 40 years? Then you're telling me there's another 20 years left to go? How much am I going to have to pay every month? You think I'm going to be able to pay off this house for another 20 years?
When you and I were getting divorced, I made sure you had a look at all of the documents that pertain to the loan on that house. You then went and signed everything, transferring the name on that house from mine to yours, right? And actually, the whole time you and Violet had been persecuting me, I'd been the one paying off that loan so we could live there. Since I was able to do that for 20 years, don't you think you can do the other 20? Or is that not going to be possible with your income?
Hold on a minute. Does this mean I'm going to have to pay for things like the water and gas to the house? That's why there are so many bills coming in the mail addressed to me right now. What the hell is this? You should be the one paying for all these things, right?
Would you stop acting like a goddamn spoiled child already?
What?
You and I are divorced now. So why the hell should I have to pay for you and Violet to live in a house that isn't even mine anymore? Both the loan on that house and all of the bills are meant to be paid by you now, of course. And if you're not able to pay those things now, then how about you go and talk with Violet about it and have her start helping you pay? And if that's going to be impossible for the two of you, then it's time to think about moving out of that place and into a new house, right? But let's be real here, all of those things have nothing to do with me, so could you please stop talking to me about them? I want you to learn right now that you contacting me about any of those things won't fix them for you, so leave me alone.
But I don't make a whole lot of money. The whole reason you were paying for everything is because you make more than me, right? And I really had no clue there would still be another 20 years left of this loan after kicking you out. I can't pay all of this.
Is that so? Then why not leave?
What did you just say? And where would we go to live next? Stop saying things that make it sound like you have nothing to do with this.
What would you like me to say to you then? I have nothing left at all that I care to say to someone like you, Ralph.
That's it. You left me with Violet in the divorce, so you pay me her child support.
Her child support? Ralph, are you saying that to me seriously?
I sure am. You know that I'm serious about this. If I'm gonna have to be the one who has to care for her from now on all by myself, then naturally you should be paying me child support now, right? It's the parent's responsibility to pay something like child support for their child. Are you even her parent if you don't pay up? Well, even if you don't, then make sure you at least pay for this house and all the bills that come with it. You're her parent after all, so you have to at least be paying for something, right?
What is there for me to say about all of that? You're wanting me to pay child support for Violet, even though she's a 20-year-old college student now that's barely even home anymore. Okay.
Her age has nothing to do with it.
The thing is, though, it really does. Child support is something that is only paid until the child has turned 18. And as you and I should both be aware, she is 20 years old. She's an adult. There is nothing called adult support for her, right? And another thing. You just made it sound like I was the one that left her with you to take care of. But wasn't it the both of you that had that chat with one another to change all the locks on the house and have me kicked out of it? Tell me, how did I make you take her when I never had a choice in the first place?
This and that are two completely different things.
Oh, they are? Tell me what's so different, Ralph, As far as I'm aware, for the past 20 years, I've been the only one who's really cared for Violet. And I've been the one paying for all her needs as well, right? So I don't really understand what you were going on about just then when you said it's the parents' responsibility to pay for their child. Actually, I didn't even think you could understand something like that. I always thought you just expected me to pay for everything, for the both of your sorry little asses.
I just had you paying because, look, you were the one with a bigger salary, which made me think I shouldn't have to be the one forced to pay.
Is that right? Well then, now that I'm no longer your wife, you're going to have to take care of things, okay? For the past 25 years, I've been the one taking care of you with my income since you've been practically unemployed this whole time. I get that you love to talk about how you wanted to quit your job and find another, and then quit that one and find another. But when you do that over and over again, it really starts to piss me off. Because I felt that I'd have to be the one paying for you in the house for the rest of my life. But the funny thing about it all is as much as you love to talk about it with me, you never said a word about it to your own daughter. And as long as you look good to her, that's all that matters, right? And in order to keep her from believing anything I said to her about you, you started to tell her to not trust me and to call me names like you would. Then once you had felt as though you'd had enough of me, you used her hatred for me as a way to get me kicked out of the house and the family. Right?
If you're so upset about being kicked out, then you can come back here anytime.
Huh? Can you even read, Ralph? Have you been reading any of the things I just sent you there? I'm sorry, but I have no idea what's going on with you anymore. Why, after all the things I've said to you, would you think that I'd ever want to go back to that house?
Because that's what all of this is about. You're still upset about how Violet and I took over the house and kicked you out, right? Then forget about it. You can come back here. I'll make sure to talk with Violet about why you're coming back. So come back here and let's all get back together, all right? Then you can go back to paying for everything like you'd been doing before for us, like the loan and the bills.
Is this what people mean when they say it's too difficult to speak to animals? You seem to have never understood the English language then, huh? Well, that's too bad, really. I'm kind of sad seeing you struggle so much, try and comprehend even the most basic of things in English. If you just assumed that all of those things I was saying meant I was upset about being kicked out of that house, then you are very much wrong about that. I am tired of you guys. You both really did a number on me these past 20 years, and it's going to end here.
What do you mean you're tired of us? What did we ever do to you?
Well, it's primarily been you that's done all of those things to me and not Violet. Back when she was young, she was a very cute little girl to me. But after you went and brainwashed her, she turned into a real bitch. It's all because of the things you said to her about me that she started to think it was fine to hate her own mother.
Why is all of this my fault? I didn't have anything to do with her emotions. That's not even something I, as a man, can control.
Well, in some cases, that's true, actually. But now, especially, there is nothing you can do about the way she talks and acts. You were saying horrible things about me to her ever since she could understand what you were saying, all while I had been working my ass off to pay off all your debt and pay for our home and everything. I was so busy doing all those things for you guys, yet all you ever cared about was why I was never home doing the chores, and complained to me about our daughter in the worst ways possible. You have talked down to me like that all this time, Ralph, all while your daughter was there listening and learning from it. And that is why she now behaves the same way as you, talking down to me and treating me like I'm nothing at all. In the end, that led to her just outright hating me, all because you constantly drove into her mind that it was right to hate me. Well, going on about all of this now isn't going to really change anything, will it?
There was no helping that, though. That's all I ever had to say about you then. Had I not been complaining about you all the time in front of her, she might have started to ask about why I wasn't going to work every day. So I had to make her think that you were the problem, and that's what I did.
The choice you made doing all of that is crazy to me, though. Well, anyway, you and I are divorced from one another now, which means from now on, leave me out of your mess. Since that happens to be your house now, you do something with your own means to make it work.
How dare you not take responsibility for this?
How dare I? Hasn't it been you never taking any responsibility for anything but years and years now, bud? It was you that had me kicked out of the house with the help of your daughter, so figure out how to manage your mistake. Oh, that's right. Now that I have you here, I want to say that I am no longer paying for Violet's tuition and won't be giving her an allowance anymore either.
What? Her tuition? What are you talking about?
After all that talking about how you would make yourself look good in front of your own daughter, you don't seem to know anything about her at all, do you? Your daughter's going to college right now and has to pay a tuition to be there. And this next semester that she enters into, I am not going to be paying for it. By the end of this month, you're going to have to pay for her next semester, so good luck with that.
Wait. What? She has a tuition that needs to be paid? I never knew that she needed to pay to go to that school. That's something I'll have to pay for as well? What? But what's my reason for having to pay that? I don't even have any savings left, so how am I going to pay for that?
You're going to start yelling at me over that again? Are you angry at yourself because you're finally realizing all the things I had to put up with and pay for while you were both constantly patronizing me? Well, even if you finally come to understand things for how they've truly been, nothing is going to change. Now then, good luck paying for all of those things on your own. And make sure to work with your daughter from now on so she doesn't start to hate you next and have you kicked out of that house. Now, this is really my goodbye to you forever. Thank you for what little you gave up to me until now. But let's be honest, there's nothing at all I really need to thank you for. Mom, what the hell is going on here? I heard about a lot of this from Dad, but you're not going to be paying for this house or for my tuition anymore? Do you call yourself a mother still after saying those things? Do you understand what it means to be my parent? What's that? I'm afraid I don't understand a single word that just came out of your mouth there. What? Mom? Stop acting like my daughter only when it's to benefit you, Missy. And after all that time of talking to me like I was nothing more than a slave to you, and after realizing all of the things I'd been paying for the both of you guys without a single thank you, you're going to come and call yourself my daughter and act like all of this is my fault? This is why I told your father that I can no longer stand dealing with the both of you anymore. I am no longer a part of your family now, so consider me a stranger to you. A stranger? If you're saying all of that, then what are Dad and I going to do? You're an adult now, Violet. And I am well aware that the whole time you've been going to college, you've really only been going out to mess around with different men and play with your girlfriends. How about you get yourself a part-time job, at least if you're wanting to just waste time and help your dad with the bills? It's not like he's able to pay for the house or your tuition on his own, right? So really, all there is left for you to do is work. But I'm only a college student still. For me to go and work now to make money? Stop behaving like a goddamn spoiled child like your father. I went through 20 years of putting all my time and money into making sure you were cared for, along with your father, and yet you never once thanked me for any of it and only grew to hate me more. I am not going to do that anymore, and I am thankful that you both kicked me out of the family. If you're still wanting to stay in school, then you make that happen yourself. Go ask your father for help there. That's it. Do you understand what I've just said? Well, even if you don't, I don't care. There is nothing else I can say that will help either one of you, so leave me. Good luck with that father of yours, and I hope you both don't end up homeless. Well, I don't have high hopes for that, though, with a father like Ralph. Mom, it's been a little while. Are you doing all right? What is all of this about? I dropped out of college, and I'm even working now, over 40 hours every week. All of those things you said to me before, I've finally come to understand now. And so I wanted to apologize to you. Apologizing to me? Why would you want to? I feel that the way I'd been treating you for so long now was not the way a daughter should treat their mother. That's very true. For as long as I can remember, you've been a real bitch to me for no good reason. I'm so sorry for that. I've finally come to realize that I need to stop relying on others and work for myself now. Dad wasn't able to pay for anything, like you were saying. Not the house, not the bills, not for my tuition. I had to leave the house after he went and sold it one day without even talking to me first. I haven't seen him since then, and he never replies to any of my calls or texts. I've started to really think about who I was to him. That man has always been that way, ever since I married him. He only wants to think about himself being the strong one and doesn't care about others. I finally, although much too late, realized that it's because of you, having always taken care of me, that I've made it to where I am at now. I'm sure there's no easy way to forgive me or anything, but I've been thinking, maybe you and I can become close to one another again. Violet, I'm happy to hear that you've finally noticed all of those things. And hearing that you're doing all right on your own now makes me feel all joyful for you. I'm not going to be supporting you financially anymore, but if that's okay with you, then I'm fine talking to one another over the phone every once in a while. I don't need any more of your money. I know that I have to support my own life now. Then that means you really have grown up then, huh? Mom, I'm so sorry for everything that I've done to you. From now on, is it all right if I keep calling you Mom like this again? The thing is, Violet, I've always been your mother. Therefore, it's all right for you to call me your mom. Now, the next time I have time to talk, let's call, okay? Now you take good care of yourself and try and stay happy, Violet. I know that the harder you fight and work, the better off you'll be down the road. So I'll talk to you soon. And thank you for finally understanding the things I had said to you. Violet seemed to be doing well on her own, having a job where she could work full-time and a small little apartment to stay in. And after a year had gone by of her being out of college, she was able to pay for school again and started to study some more until she had finally graduated. Then, after she was out of school with her degree, she was able to get into the company she had been aiming for, with no issues at all. When she had invited me to come all the way out to her graduation ceremony, I was in tears, thinking that she actually wanted her own mother to be there and see her. Right now, it's still unknown where my pile of garbage ex-husband ran off to, but I like to think things are millions of times better this way and don't care to ever find him. To both my daughter and I, he is the most unnecessary person we know, and are doing just fine without him. Being able to finally have my little girl back after close to 20 years of constant torture and having to fight with her has made me feel so blessed, and I can't wait to see what comes next for us as mother and daughter. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.